Everyone knows Inception. Everyone knows Fight Club, Seven, Memento, Shutter Island. Great movies. But you've seen them, or you've heard about them 100 times. This list is different. These are the psychological thrillers you need to watch. The Machinist, 2004. Christian Bale plays a factory worker who hasn't slept in a year, and his reality is falling apart. That's all I'll say about the plot. What shocked me first wasn't the story. It was Bale himself. He lost over 60 pounds for this role, and there are moments where it's hard to accept that this is the same person from American Psycho and Equilibrium. The movie keeps you guessing all the way through. You never quite know what's real, and when it finally clicks, it stays with you. If you appreciate actors who go all in, this is one of those movies. Secret Window, 2004. Johnny Depp plays a writer alone in a cabin who gets accused of plagiarism by a stranger, and things get strange very quickly. Critics might be divided on this one, but I had a great time with it. Depp and John took the road together to get this constant feeling of, wait, what's actually going on here? Is he losing his mind, or is something else going on? It's the kind of movie where you keep revising your theory every 10 minutes, and by the end, you're not sure what you just watched, which for a movie like this, it's exactly the point. Fracture, 2007. Anthony Hopkins plays a man who shoots his wife, confesses on the spot, and then watches the case fall apart in court. Ryan Gosling is the young attorney trying to figure out how someone who admitted everything is about to walk free. The fun of this movie is that you are not waiting for the answer. You get it early. What you are waiting for is to see how Gosling will catch up. It's a cat and mouse, where the mouse confesses in the first 5 minutes, and it's still somehow 3 steps ahead. Hopkins doesn't play loud here. He plays calm, which is almost worse, and watching Gosling slowly realize what he signed up for is the whole movie. Gone Baby Gone, 2007. A 4-year-old girl disappears from a rough Boston neighborhood. 2 private investigators take the case when the police get nowhere. This was Ben Affleck's directorial debut, and for the first movie, it has no business being this good. He built a world that feels like we are actually walking through these Boston streets with people who don't look or talk like movie characters. Casey Affleck grounds the whole thing. He doesn't feel like a star. He feels like someone who could actually be doing this job. And that's exactly what this story needs. But the reason this movie stays with you is the ending. I won't say more than that. You will understand when you get there. I saw it recently, just to be sure I wasn't remembering it wrong. It hit me even harder the second time. Black Swan, 2010. Natalie Portman plays a ballerina who gets the lead role in Swan Lake, and then slowly starts losing her grip on reality. I'll be honest with you, when I first watched this movie, I was left dizzy. There are moments where you don't know what's happening or why, and I think that's the point. The movie puts you inside her head, and her head isn't a safe place to be. Natalie Portman is fantastic here. She won the Oscar for it and deserved every bit. Go in knowing as little as possible. The less you know walking in, the harder this one hits. Primal Fear, 1996. A young altar boy is accused of murdering a priest. A cocky defense attorney takes the case, convinced the kid is innocent. Richard Gere in the lead, and a young Edward Norton in one of his earliest roles. Edward Norton is one of my favorite actors. I discovered him through Fight Club and American History X, and both blew me away. But this might be the performance that impressed me the most. He walks into a film full of experienced actors, including Gere at the top of his game, and holds its own in every single scene. The dynamic between Gere and Norton is what carries this movie. A lawyer who thinks has everything figured out, a client who might not be what he seems. This is the role that made Norton a star. Once you see it, you'll know exactly why. Zodiac, 2007. The movie is based on the true story of the Zodiac killer who terrorized San Francisco in the late 1960s, and he was never caught. David Fincher directs Jake Gyllenhaal, Robert Downey Jr., and Mark Ruffalo. With that cast, you already know it's going to be good. But Zodiac isn't really about catching the killer. It's about what trying to catch him does to the people who couldn't let it go. You watch it like a detective story, looking for patterns, questioning everyone, and slowly pulls you into the same paranoia that consumed these serial people. It's a slow burn, 2.5 hours long, and when it ends, you realize you never looked away. Identity, 2003. 10 strangers get stranded at a motel during a storm. Something is not right, and none of them are going to leave the way they came in. John Cusack, Ray Liotta, and a cast that makes every character feel dangerous. This is the movie that changed everything for me. It's the reason I started looking for psychological thrillers in the first place. Before Identity, I didn't think a movie could catch me that off guard. A long time after, it was the movie that I recommended to everyone. What got me is that for most of the movie, I was doing exactly what you're supposed to do in a mystery, looking for connections, trying to stay one step ahead. And then the movie takes a turn I did not see coming. I'm not going to say more than that. The cast is stacked, every performance lands, and you'll want to talk to somebody about this one the moment it ends. If you never heard of it, even better. Go in blind. You will not regret it. Mystic River, 2003. 3 childhood friends from a working-class Boston neighborhood are pulled back together when one of their daughters is murdered. Clint Eastwood directs a cast you don't see assembled like this anymore. Sean Penn, Tim Robbins, Kevin Bacon, Lawrence Fishburne. This is the movie that made me see what Sean Penn can actually do. The pain he carries through every scene doesn't feel like acting. It feels like something real that somehow ended up on camera. He won the Oscar for it, and Tim Robbins won his too. Both completely deserved. But what makes Mystic River unforgettable isn't the performances alone, it's the weight of it. Even without children of my own, I felt the grief, the anger, the helplessness of this man. The movie doesn't let you watch from a distance. It makes you carry it. Prisoners, 2013. 2 young girls disappear on Thanksgiving. When the only suspect is released, one of the fathers decides he cannot wait for the police anymore. Hugh Jackman, Jake Gyllenhaal. Hugh Jackman is my favorite actor, and this is one of his most intense performances. The frustration he carries in this movie goes beyond the screen. You feel it, a father whose child has been taken, powerless in a system that can't move fast enough, angry at the world and angrier at himself for not being able to do more. What makes this movie number 1 for me is the moral weight it puts on every character. Nobody in this story is simply good or simply bad. Everyone is reacting to something unthinkable, and everyone is making choices they'll have to live with. The movie doesn't let you sit back as an observer. It makes you think about what would you do, and that question doesn't have a comfortable answer. The title says it all. Everyone in this movie is a prisoner. The children, the parents, the suspect, the detective. Nobody is free. Everyone is trapped by what happened and by what they are willing to do because of it. One normal day, one normal family, 2 seconds and everything changes. If this movie doesn't stay with you for days, I don't know what will. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. I've got more lists coming. See you on the next one.